Hello again folks, after a few weeks off there. It's been absolutely hectic, hedge cutting and sheep and everything else that's going on. So just to say a big thank you to all those who have been inquiring about me and have been inundated with texts and messages. So thanks very much, both of you. So let's get on with our story and what's been going on this last 2 or 3 weeks that you have missed out on. And it's still very busy hedge cutting, but we're sort of getting there. Now I'm in a field outside Portaferry, and did you ever wonder if you sold a sheep to somebody how long it would be before it forgot about you? Where's my favourite Willie? Hey! Where's my favourite Willie? Where's my favourite girl? Now this was, I think, ewe lambs that were bought off me about 3 years ago. See this girl over at the back coming? She still knows my voice after probably 3 years. Come on, girl. I think she was a ewe lamb, if I remember correctly, that we reared from birth. Come on, girl. Come on, do I see you? Now there's a few other ones of mine in here as well, which are, you can tell the difference in them. The wild ones don't look near you. But there you are, coming from the far side of the field. And I owned you about 3 years ago, girl, and you still know me. Now, they're in this field. They're from Grey Abbey, these sheep, direction. And this is near Portaferry. So every year I would see them in the field here, and I would look for the purple tags or the green tags, as this one is, and I would know those were mine. And I'd go into the field, give a call, and you'll get a slow response at the start, and then they all come. Now, I didn't have any meal the first day I came here, but I've a wee bit in my pocket here today, so. Aren't you a good girl? Aren't you a good girl? So a sheep's memory will go 3 years, maybe more. I think it's about 3 years. Come on, girl, you were one of mine too, but you're just not so quiet. You're a purple tag. Come on for a wee nibble. Come on. So there you are. Right, girl, I'm away to work. So we're getting the grass seed in here. Barbara's disking there at the moment, and I am here in the big tractor. I was driving alongside Barbara with the land leveler because of my lack of lights. Good morning. This is October the 14th, 2024. A beautiful morning, one of those good to be alive mornings. The sheep's out in the field here, the ram's in with them, and we have our grass seed in this other field out behind me here. Sowed on Saturday. It was windy now, and I hope it hasn't blown the grass seed everywhere, but anyway, it's in the ground. We haven't rolled it yet. It really needs done with a Cambridge roller, but we haven't got one. The forecast for the next week is little rain, so we'll just give it a quick roll over with the roller to put the grass seed down in. It's very fluffy, some of it, so it needs rolled with a light roller, but we've only got the one roller, so we'll have to do with what we have. Let's go. And we have a nice little field of grass here which the lambs are coming down into later on today. Now normally my neighbour will power harrow the ploughed ground for me, but because there was so much of an old scrap on it and we had to take the skims off the plough to get it turned over, we thought we'd best disc it and try and keep the grass down in the ground. We thought maybe a power harrow would worcester the grass up in below whenever it was rotivating it. So we just went for the disc harrow, and Barry kindly lent me it here, and I have to get this back to his place, and Barbara's going in front with an escort for this thing's 3/4 of the width of the road. The sheep are being brought in here for a fluke and a worm dose, and then the flock will be split in two. Here, Jay. Way by. And one half will go in with one ram, and the other half in with the other ram. Easy. Heel. Heel. In front of the tractor. Now what Barbara's doing at the minute, that is liquid Thrive she has in that little dispenser. And any sheep that are a little bit poor looking, we're going to give them one of this. This is a mineral drench. It doesn't matter. Mark them. Oh, we'll put a wee dot in her head just. So it's just going to be the same with the worm drench now. So we've already seen that before, so that'll do us for filming. Somebody's given out to me here to catch this trough. Keep. Now, one windy day a couple of weeks back, I was coming through Clochy on my way to a hedge cutting job, and these boys were kite surfing. And it's amazing the height they can jump up out of the water and travel away 50 or 100 yards. Sorry about the quality of the photography here. They're always a mile away from you. If you walk down the beach 500 yards, they just whick up the opposite direction and they're away from you as far as you were at the beginning. But anyway, we'll have to just work with what we have as a camera. Now, a couple of farms up the road from me, this is them putting their maize in. They've grown this maize for themselves, and at the same time, there's another harvesting unit bringing maize which was grown by contract into the farm at the same time. This is Townley Brothers here. James D. Townley, should I say. And the other is Porter Contracts, and they're drawn from the far side of the peninsula into the same yard, and we'll see a wee bit of them working during the night actually. The Ford tractor you see slipping up behind here, he is the tractor that shunts the trailer up the hill if it would start to skid. This is a maize header, and that's used for chopping the corn stalks and drawing them into the machine and chopping them up. Porter Contracts here, and they are drawing the silage from the far side of the peninsula over to the east, or from the west to east. It's only about probably 4 miles, 5 miles wide at this point. That's clocky lights in the background there. A bit of skill involved there in getting that pushed up without her tearing up. So this is the maize which is grown by contract, and that means that you just buy it per tonne, rather than having to grow it yourself. So it has to be weighed in this weigh bridge here, which is just outside Cloughy, and then they know how many tonnes they're buying. So there you are, that's the total weight. And when he gets in the cab here, you'll see it going up. He must have walked on the ramp there. So you'll be able to calculate what weight the driver was there as well. So I'll be following that home now. So hedge cutting is very busy, day and night even, at the same time as everything else is going on. So that's why you haven't seen any videos this last few weeks. It's been just full on, and I'm going to leave you with a few shots of the A team here. They came as well and were putting out lime on the ground for me and putting out the manure. And I'll leave you with a few shots. Goodbye folks, see you next week, hopefully.